20,000 US to every Guyanese citizen is a good thing anywhere in the world. Do not allow these politicians to distract you. Yesterday, the parliament was called for after maybe 110 days. And the takeaway that you've seen in all the commentary is from the opposition leader all the way to the other small parties have dedicate their focus on commenting on one, the government maybe used the bare minimum to open the parliament for 2.5 hours, and two, pointing to the fact that the government went back to parliament for 54 billion, and also to focus on the benefits for the retired president. I don't want your focus to be there. This is why so many of us have been missing the opportunities of this country, because we have politicians who claim they are fighting for the people and they would not object for objecting's sake. But that is not what we're seeing. Let us focus on the benefits that came out of Parliament yesterday, people. The government tabled a bill, a 2026 bill, for a development bank that will help each and every one of you with an idea. All you need is an idea. There's no requirement for you to have any collateral, meaning you don't have to give the bank a transport. You don't have to give the bank a car. You can borrow $3 million. This is a good thing everywhere in the world. So you remember you guys found 10, 15, 20,000 to go to this alkaline show? I'm encouraging you to find $5,000 tomorrow Monday morning and find yourself at a deed registry. Come up with a business name. Name it wherever you want to name it. Alkaline Part 2. Get yourself registered. Secondly, head to the Guyana Revenue Authority. Get you a compliance, which is about 2,000. Then your next stop should be at the NIS. Get yourself registered, people. This is a good thing anywhere in the world. There's already been in the last budget $20 billion. Not for me, not for the opposition that was in the House yesterday, for the Guyanese people. Each and every one of you that have an idea or had an idea that couldn't find money, the money is now there. Do not allow the noise in the room to distract you. That is a good thing. Get yourself registered. Not being registered is almost like not having a ticket and hoping to win the lottery. I'm depending on you. I'm calling on you. Share this video, help it to go viral, and make sure that your friends and family are all registered. One, you remember we spoke about a few days ago not being able to benefit from Exxon? You remember we spoke about the other day, only 1,800 people benefited from $420 billion? That's because you guys were locked out. Not just because the government locked you out, because you are not registered. Yesterday, my follow-up video spoke about the 2026 budget. $1.5 trillion. 20% of every contract this government issue is supposed to go to small contractors. You I'm speaking to again. That's another $200 billion. 4 and 2 is 6. Now the first tranche into this new development bank is $20 billion. Do you want to hear in 4 years only 10 people or 15 people or 100 people are benefiting from $20 billion? If you're not registered, people, you can't be a part of the game. You can't expect to win. So I'm calling on you. I'm pleading with you to get yourself registered. The next thing I'm gonna ask of you, stop seeing this as an individual opportunity. Each and every one of you can sit with your buddies and you can come up with an idea where 10 of you, 15 of you, 20 of you can start a business. Let's say 10 of you come together and put 100% of this 15,000 US or $3 million. That's 30 million Guyana dollars. Y'all could set up a company where each one of you own 10% of that company. There's so much more you can do with 30 million than you could have done with 3. So you can shoot for the sky here. And I'm prepared to working with you guys and giving you and helping you massage your ideas that you have. But you must first be registered so you can be qualified. What the bank requirement is that one, you're registered. The hardest thing is to get registered. Secondly, I'm asking of you to ignore the noise in the room. The opposition today, as you can see, I mean, you saw what the one seat did. We got to give credit where it's due. We always give credit where it's due. Amanza Walton was able to get the parliament reopened, which now got this bill tabled. But Amanza was able to use the rules because of her experience. But we're not going to forget it's the same rules that she knew that we didn't know that now have VPAC on the outside fighting for a seat, which we're not going to stop. We're entitled to part of that seat. Whether it's a quarter seat, you call it, it is ours. We fought for that. The people voted for that. They never voted for one person. They voted for 3 people. But we'll deal with that on another podcast. Right now, people, this is not just about the $15 million though. I mean the $15,000 though. We must also rely or demand of the government the same emphasis that we are putting into having this bank open. We do not want history to repeat itself. What good are us, or what good are opportunities if we can't really maximize or benefit from them? Now, we understand that the Small Business Bureau is there to educate you, to teach you, to facilitate you with contracts. But what good are those contracts if we have the big dogs, as we call them in Guyana, manipulating the market? Why do I say this? The government also needs to put systems in place. Pumping money into a basket is always going to leak out. So the same emphasis, though, we must demand of the government that they're putting into making sure that this bank is open and this money is available to our people. We do not want 100, 2, 3, 4,000 people out there with businesses that they can't succeed. Use an example. The Guyana marketing facility, Guyana marketing, that gives the licensing for the chicken organization, corporation. What was their job? They were supposed to ensure that, for example, the chicken that's imported into this country is only licensed if there is a shortage. What we see today, there isn't a shortage. There is an oversupply where mom and pop who was rearing maybe 1,000, 2, 3, 4,000 birds can't sell. So we don't want that history to be repeating itself. So we must also emphasize and demand of this government to make sure that the system works efficiently. Because if we don't, we are setting our own people up for failure. So while credit has to be given to the government, kudos to the government. Dr. Ashley Singh would have tabled a bill yesterday that every Guyanese should be jumping for joy. Because if you had an idea and your issue was funding, that's not the issue anymore. A lot of you young ladies out there were bringing in weave and didn't have enough money to bring enough weave in. A lot of you were trying to do all these small things. You now have the opportunity to expand. You now have the opportunity to develop. And you don't even have to pay any interest. If it takes you 5 years, 10 years to pay this money back, you pay back the exact $3 million. Bro, there should be a line from, you just line up the day before when you want to get a ticket. From Sunday afternoon, people should be lined up at the registrar to get yourself registered. Because as soon as the government say the door is open, if you do not have a ticket, I'm calling on each and every one of you. Listen to how much money is on the table today, people. To date, we have seen 420 billion being spent in 1,800 people, which means you failed yourself. The government have a responsibility that every contract they issue, they must give 20% to a small. So every time you're $1 billion, it means you're losing 200 million. If you don't have an opportunity if you don't have a company, you're not registered, you ain't getting that 20%. Now, the icing on the cake is there's $20 billion for all you little small. Want to go bid a weeding job to buy some weed water, want to go bid a cleaning business to work with the same